Hi guys, this is Srikanth from BGR Government Degree College and welcome to BGR Tech Talks. Today we're going to discuss one of the important and easiest topic called OS, which actually means operating system. The name itself says that it operates the system, that's why it is called as an operating system. So all of we have different devices like mobile, computer, laptop, etc, etc, and in all those devices we have different operating systems like Android, Ubuntu, Mac OS, etc. We all know this, but we don't know what operating system exactly do and how it works and what happens if our system doesn't have an operating system. So in this video we're going to discuss all these things, so I'll not make you bored by saying the definition directly. Firstly, let me explain OS with a silly and effective example first. Let us think that we went to China for some work and I have to speak to some person who don't know English. As you all know that I don't know Chinese, so what I do? So I'll simply hire a translator to do that job, and OS exactly do the same job as translator. So while working with the computer, we need to communicate with the hardware. So I can't say, hey hardware, save this file. It doesn't understand my language and it doesn't give any response. So what I do is I'll use a set of instructions, a set of programs, which is actually called as software to do this job. And that software is actually called as operating system. So let's wind up this with defining the example of operating system. Operating system is just a software which acts as intermediate between user and hardware of the computer. So operating system is mandatory probably in all the electronic devices we use today. Operating system is something like government which controls and creates a comfortable environment to do our jobs perfectly. As we all have some nicknames, operating system also has some nicknames called kernel and monitor. Operating system is also called as monitor because it monitors all the tasks and processes which are being done on the computer. And I hope you understand what is operating system. So let us revise it with definition again. Operating system is a software which acts as intermediate between user and hardware of the system. So the next topic is components in computer system. Now we'll see with what components the computer is made up of. Basically there are four basic components to make up the computer. As you can see in the diagram, those four components are user, system application, operating system and hardware. Yeah, and now user is the one for whom the whole system is working, the whole computer is working. And the next one is system programs and application programs. System programs are some of the main programs in the computer like assembler, text editors, web browsers, linkers, loaders, etc. And application programs are something like games, Flipkart or Amazon or Zoom or something like that. And the next component is operating system. As we all know, it acts as intermediate between user and hardware of the system. And the next component and the last component is hardware. The hardware is nothing but CPU, memory, input-output devices, some drives and all. So let me explain you this with a very simple example. Let us think I want to save a Word file in the hardware. I can't directly communicate with the hardware. So what I do is I'll go to system application called MS Word, and I'll write what I want to write, and when I click on save button, the system application program will handle the task to operating system, and the operating system takes up the challenge, and the operating system goes to the hardware and says I want to save this file, and then the hardware saves the file. So we can't communicate with the hardware directly. So with the help of application program, we are giving instruction to OS, and OS is giving instructions to hardware to complete our process properly. And I hope you understand what are the components of computer system and how they exactly work. Thanks for watching the video.